Here. Okay, I'm gonna stop singing right now. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Alyssa. I'm here and I'm back with another review of Riverdale for you guys. I'm a little bit under the weather this week, so if my voice sounds weird, I kind of have a cold and my throat hurts, so this might be a little shorter than some of our other videos, but that's just because I can't talk for 20 minutes straight. But watch, it's gonna be 30 minutes long, this video. It's gonna happen. It seems like this is gonna be a complicated episode. The killer called Betty at the end of last weekend. You know, what the fuck, dude? I didn't know this was Scream or 10,000 other horror movies where someone calls them on the phone and then kills them. But it seems like they want to kill everyone else besides Betty. So, isn't this episode called When a Stranger Calls? I think that's what this episode is called. Oddly enough. So, definitely some horror movie vibes from that, obviously. The Black Hood seems to be stalking Betty because he knows the people in her life, supposedly. But there's also some other crazy crap that's supposed to happen, like Veronica's supposedly ex-boyfriend, I think, Nick St. Clair, I believe that's the name I saw, is supposed to be rolling up into town, and he's probably going to be a big-ass douche. That's my prediction. We'll see if I'm right. But other than that, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, how Betty's going to deal with the Black Hood, pretty much stalking her and having all these, making her do stuff, and get some actual help, girl, please, please. But we'll see how Archie's doing after, like, realizing he can't be a dumbass anymore, just going after the Black Hood. Like, he obviously has trauma with that. So, I'm ready to see if they are going to deal with that or not, and, you know, everything else they have in store for this episode, because it also seems like Jughead's going to get initiated into the Serpents this week. One of the writers, I think the creator actually posted this picture of all these guys in, like, these ugly dragon serpent looking masks, where they're coming for Jughead's soul. So, we'll see where that goes tonight. It looks very, initiation-y, you know. But, all I'm gonna be thinking about is Finding Nemo when they get the, at the volcano and they're like, shark bait, ooh ha ha. I hope Jughead gets another nickname, because he definitely needs, he needs to, definitely. I'm also on cough medicine, so I might be a little crazy today. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to get into the episode. I think it's going to be an absolutely crazy one. And I'll see you guys after to talk about it more. I had to take a pause, like, how far into this episode are we? Strike! Immunity, air strength! 16 minutes into the episode, because this initiation is just, I don't even know what. It's a thing that is happening, and there's lots of yelling, and I have a throat lozenge, so ignore that, but I'm just dying with laughter, because it's insane. It's insane. It's insane. The show is insane. And yet I still love it. Also, mini update. Alice pissed the hell out of Betty, and she is coming for retribution, and I cannot wait to see how this pans out. But, I had to take a moment to pause and laugh at all this craziness. Also, Serpent, what do you think you're gonna do with the pipe bomb, besides get your ass all thrown in Guantanamo? Y'all, I love Alice Cooper. I love her.
Shove it, Hal. We're gonna need to talk.
She's my favorite parent. Always and forever. She just walked in this red fire snakeskin outfit with a snake around her neck. This bitch knows how to play the media. I love her. Even though she was making dumbass decisions earlier, I still love her. This mofo, Nick St. Clair, did not just put something in Cheryl's drink. I'm about to fight this smug ass little shit Gossip Girl reject so hard. He's about to catch these hands. He's about to catch them. He's about to catch them. Somebody save this girl. Like, this episode is insane enough. I can just react to the last 10 minutes. We're in the middle of Out Tonight, from Rent. And, you know, Betty's crying in Pops. Betty's crying in her room. Archie's crying in Pops because he just fucked up with Jughead completely and told him that Betty wanted to just didn't even want to be with him anymore and just didn't want to be with him for weeks, and she's been wrestling over this even though she just wants to take a break, and that's another story. And now Jughead's getting the shit beat out of him for this initiation, so let's hope he survives and doesn't get internal bleeding. Like, they're all just gonna beat the shit out of him, like, damn. And I'm about to fight someone because Cheryl can't even stand up straight and just got roofied. Okay, no, Veronica, take care of this. Take care of this situation. They're just literally taking out all their frustration onto this boy. This poor boy. Okay, no. Someone needs to fix it. Oh, thank God, yes. We got the Pussycats and Veronica coming in for this. Do not let this motherfucker cut off his dick, please. Sweet Pea's gonna beat this shit. Jughead, you tough boy motherfucker. He literally just hit him with some brass knuckles. Damn. This is bad. Oh my God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Yes! Girl Gang beat him the fuck up. Dude, they are literally beating the crap out of him. This is what I need, literally. Oh my God. Beat the crap out of him. He got back up. I'm impressed. I will say that. He's looking rough. But, he's in the gang, which is bad. It's bad. And now Betty's gonna cry some more because this guy's gonna torture her again.
Is it done?
Yes.
Ask me your question.
There's only one I care about now.
You want to know who I am? Well, there's an abandoned house on the edge of Fox Forest at the end of the service road. You'll find your answer there.
I need to know the answer to this question. Let's go. Please don't kidnap her is the only thing I'm going to say. Because I will be very upset if that happens. No, this is like the kind of house where somebody gets murdered. The fact that her hair's down, though, I'm liking it. Though I feel like she looks like a completely different person with her hair down. Here.
Do you see it?
Yes.
That's...
It's the answer to your question.
Alright. This is creepy. Okay, now what's inside the box? It's his hood, okay.
Put it on.
Why?
Put it on and you'll see.
This is creepy, I don't like this. Why is he making her put on this hood?
Now turn around.
This is terrifying. I am scared. This is so intricate for no literal reason.
Why are you doing this to me?
To show you that we're the same.
Oh, hell no! I knew who was gonna pull some stupid ass crap like that. So we went from West Side Story to Grease next week apparently. And I guess this week was Rent. So we're just going through a bunch of musicals. I guess I'm okay with that. This episode there was a lot. So let's go through Betty's plot first because that's the biggest one. Actually, you know what, first, I need to go get something. I need to go get some tea because this is an episode where we need some tea. We need to talk one-on-one. We need to have a little kiki, if you will. So, I'll be right back. Alright, my lovely Riverdalians, I am back with my cup of tea in my friend's mug because Betty and Jughead, they are on a break. Well, one of them thinks they are, and the other one thinks they're broken up. We'll get into it. Let's start with Betty, because this is exhausting. So, Betty, we pick up right where we left off at the end of last week. She's getting a pull from the Black Hood, and he tells her straight off, he's like, I'm gonna go after Polly, unless you do what I say. So Betty is like, please don't hurt my sister. I tried to get her out of here away from you. So, how about we don't do that? I'll do whatever you say. So, she ends up telling Archie, which, fair enough, Archie is her friend. She can tell him whatever she wants. But this ends up being a bad decision, which we'll go into later. So, it starts out with the, her and Archie talking about what they're going to do about the situation, because if anyone knows about the Black Hood, well, it's Archie. He's had the most experience with him. He's seen him in person. So, excuse me, guys. This is going to be a bit of a rough review. So she tells Archie. Archie's trying to help her out. They get another call from the Black Hood. We find out Betty's ringtone is Lollipop, of all things, by the Chordettes. I mean, it fits her aesthetic. I like it. I like that song. But now I think it has a forever bad connotation because of it being her ringtone and her literally getting tortured by the Black Hood through this. So they find out that they can stop kind of what's happening if y'all, I'm a mess. If Betty does what he says, he's not gonna hurt her sister, so he tells her to publish an article that he sent her in an email, and it turns out that it's a front page article of Alice getting busted as a serpent. Now, I am so happy about that. Like, I could do a little happy dance. Because, let's face it, Alice needed some kind of comeuppance for her hypocrisy going on. Because all she does is trash talk the South Side, and yet, it's where she grew up. She talks about the serpents every day in her paper, and yet she was one. So the hypocrisy kind of biting her back in the ass, I kind of enjoyed. Even though I love Alice, and I still love her, and it won't matter what she does, I'll still be there for her. I'll be there for her. But, you know, Betty didn't want to do it at first. And then her mom decides to trash talk everything, going the full Alice Cooper holier than thou treatment that she always does. And Betty's like, here's a little bit of justice. Here's a little bit of justice for that side. Because it is true that she's shit-talking all the time. And, like, what does she expect? If the South Side just collapses, it's just going to disappear and everyone's going to forget about her past? Even though she tried to make it that way? That's not going to happen. That's not what happens. Especially in a small town like Riverdale. Anyway, then we get on to Betty gets to ask him a question, and she's like, will I recognize you? He says yes, she'll recognize him if she sees his face. Or if she knows his name, she'll know him. So that's kind of concerning. It's a little concerning. And then he tells her that she can't be friends with Veronica, because Veronica's a sinner. Alright, she's the daughter of an embezzler. So it seems like this person's all about the parents' sins or their child's sins, so I don't understand why he thinks Betty's so innocent of sin when later in the episode he says she can't be with Jughead because he's the son of a serpent, but she's the daughter of a serpent who he made be exposed. So I'm kind of concerned because he's a little biased. Just a little biased, just a little hypocritical. Now, she goes to this party. Now let's get into what Veronica's doing. Veronica's, stepping up for evil mom and dad right now. And they are, God, they just make her hang out. She's like, Nikki, yay! And I get that, like, when you move away, she's trying to start over, but still getting a little taste of that life back that you used to have is kind of fun. But it turns out he's a smarmy douchebag. And, but Nick, that's all I have to say about Nick. He invites Mo to a party. He's trying to bump drugs. Well, he wanted to take a bump. Haha. I know so much about drugs, guys. Confirmed. But, he invites Mo to a party in the 5 season. It's not the 4 season, it's the 5 season. It's fancier. Now, everyone ends up going to the party, and all this Black Hood stuff's going on between, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we'll get into Jughead's plot later. Trust me. So all that's happening, and Betty at this party decides to go the, every teenage movie ever where they have the big breakup scene, at a major event. Decides to friendship break up with Veronica, by very publicly shaming her, and, because, they did start doing drugs, and I was like, this is not a good idea, considering there's a man going around who just tried to shoot kids because they were taking this stuff, and all these dumbasses in the room trying to take these drugs and be cool, be like the New York City kid. Now, I will say, though, I loved the Josie Reggie stuff in the background because I am kind of here for that. I'm kind of here for it. I think it would be cute. Besides that, then Nick St. Clair decides to get all touchy on Veronica, and she's like, bitch, I have a boyfriend, get the fuck off me. And, Nick's like, yo, bitch, you're crazy, I'm gonna sink this plan, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're even more of an asshole than you just were, you dickbag. This is all I have to say to Nick St. Clair. Suck it. Suck it. Now, Betty meets up with Jug at one point. One cute scene the entire episode, and it wasn't even cute, it was just fucking sad. Betty and Jughead at Pops, just being like, we could run away together, we should run, like, honestly, they should have just ran. They should have gone to, oh my god, what the hell's that town? You know what? They should have gone to Santa Fe, like in Rent. They could have been, they could have opened up a restaurant in Santa Fe. I'll be honest, Rent isn't one of my favorite musicals. It's not. I love the music, and I think Jonathan Larson is very, very talented at coming up with songs. I just thought all the characters were giant assholes. Fight me if you want in the comments. Go for it. Go for it. Other than that, the scene was really sweet, but they both had things they were hiding that they were dealing with, and they didn't feel like they could share. Betty dealing with the Black Hood situation, pretty much losing everything, kind of. She doesn't have her sister anymore and she's trying to protect her. Her and her mom are basically fighting at this point, and she had to just break up with Veronica, who's her best friend. So that's a little shitty, And then the Hood's like, alright, you broke up with Veronica, now it's time to dump Jughead. And she's like, please let me live my life. Why can't I live it? And she's so distressed by this. She's so distressed by this. She can't even break up with Jughead herself. She asks Archie to break up with him. Not even break up with him, to try and ask for a break for her, because she's so upset by the fact that this Black Hood is making her stay away from him. Which is honestly really sad, and also reminds me of middle school me, who had a boyfriend for like a month, and then I decided to break up with him, but I couldn't do it myself, so I literally had one of my friends break up with him for me, and then I never talked to him again. I hope that's not true for Buckhead. I'll say that. Now, we can talk a little bit about Jughead. Jughead, this whole episode, is going through his serpent initiation because he decides it's the best way to protect his friends and his girlfriend, basically. Which makes sense, because these serpents don't really have a leader. They're kind of just making dumb decisions on their own because they don't have leadership, and FP was keeping them from getting too crazy. Now, they're sitting at Southside High drawing up plans for a pipe bomb, which is just gonna... they're just gonna literally be in jail and get in so much trouble. They obviously aren't thinking straight, and they're dumb kids, and, you know, they want to lash out because they feel like they're being attacked, and it's the completely wrong thing to do. Completely, 100%. So Jughead trying to stop it is good. It's good. It's sad because it's then separating him from his friends, but it's also good because he's trying to protect them and trying to make sure the serpents don't get their shit twisted, and then they will end up in jail. So he's going through initiation, which is reminding me of sorority hazing and just a whole bunch of stupid things. You know, they're like, you have to tame the beast, which was kind of silly and fun. At first, you know, they're like, you have to take care of Hot Dog, and Cole Sprouse told a story on Seth Meyers where he was like, he fought with the crew that they had to have an English sheepdog be Hot Dog, because it's the way it is in the comics when they wanted to go with the pit bull or something like that. And he made them get this dog, and it was the worst, like, dog ever. Wasn't behaved at all, so I thought it was really funny that he has to tame the beast, which is Hot Dog the Third, and he's Jughead Jones. He's Forsyth Pendleton Jones the Third, so funniness. I thought that was a little fun thing, and they all came through with like these dumbass masks that reminded me of the wolf masks from last season when Archie had stage fright. So I thought that was a little funny bit in the episode. I know Tony was trying to be there for him and trying to, like, she's basically his liaison into this world, and she's been the one trying to help him the most. So I respect her for that. And she did warn him. So he has to learn the laws of the serpents. The laws. They have laws. This land has laws. They sound kind of like Hammurabi's Code. But, like, it's a gang. It's a gang. Once you're in, it's, like, fucked up. I don't know how the hell Alice Cooper got out of this gang, to be honest. Like, I genuinely don't know, and I also want to know, did she get her serpent's tattoo removed? And if not, where is it? I need questions. Questions that need answering. Someone investigate. Tweet at the Riverdale writers, where was Alice Cooper's serpent tattoo? These are good questions that need answering, people. So, Jughead's going through this initiation. He has to yell at these laws, and then he has to retrieve the knife from the rattlesnake pit that's had its venom with glands removed. So he gets bit on his hand. Lies to Betty about that. She lies to him about the Black Hood. They're pretty much on par for lying to each other at this point and not sharing. So, if they want to get back together, I think they need to start being honest again with each other, because honestly, that will set them on the right pathing of it. Right now, they're just hiding so much that it's getting insane. So, right before Jughead's last trial, Betty sends Archie over to go put them on a break, and Archie, being Archie, aka the Ross of Riverdale. Archie's the Ross of Riverdale. Oh my god. Guys, this explains so much. Okay, I'm going to classify all the Riverdale characters as Friends characters after this, but... Okay. So, he goes over there, and he's like, you're hanging out with the serpents now, they beat me up, they stabbed Dalton. Dalton stabbed himself, the dumbass. You know what? Dalton's such a pot stirrer. He's a damn pot stirrer. Dalton needs to go somewhere, because he's just causing more problems. Y'all, what if Dalton's the Hood? We need to talk about this. That's my new theory. It's Dalton. That's my new crazy crack theory. Dalton is the Hood. Put in the comments below who you think the Black Hood is now after this episode. We think he's in his 30s to 40s, but maybe not. Who knows? Alright. So Archie flies off the frickin' handle, seeing that the serpents are there and that Jughead's honestly just trying to make peace in general and lead the serpents. So, you know, there's not a gang war, you know, going on the north side versus the south side. You know, he's trying. And Archie flies off the handle, says, Betty's been thinking about breaking up with you for weeks. She doesn't like you anymore. Ever since you started to go to the dark side, talking shit. And poor Jughead's sitting there like, I just saw her yesterday? What is this? What is this mess? So Archie flies off the handle, and, well, he just needs to stick with his plots with Veronica, because that's where he's best suited. Because otherwise he's causing trouble. He's causing trouble. So now Jughead's utterly heartbroken, thinks they're completely broken up, and there's no chance Betty's ever going to want to get back with him. So he goes full on into the serpent's trial. Archie runs off upset. Betty's at home crying because she's on her break broken up with Jughead. Archie's crying at Pops, and the Sodale open house is happening at the same time. So Hermione and Hiram's evil plan is coming to fruition, supposedly. Hal shows up and is apparently friends with Hiram, which, interesting. Want to know how far that goes back. And it's like, you know, this took a toll on Alice, you know, I'm just gonna cover it. Hal's probably like, hun, you shouldn't come to this thing. It's bad for our reputation. It's bad for the paper. You know Hal's dumbass was saying stuff like that. You know it. I know it. We all know it. He's a prick. Alright, plain and simple, we know it. Anyway. He says that, and then who walks in but lo and behold, Mama Coop herself. Now, when I first saw, like, the shorts and the billowing, like, cape outfit, I thought it was going to be Cheryl. I really thought it was going to be Cheryl, and holy, it was Alice Cooper looking hot as hell with the snake necklace on and, like, the snake skin print outfit. She looked good. Don't deny it. We all know she looked good. Now, that's happening. Cheryl eventually shows up, and Nick St. Clair, the devil himself, decides to roofie her. So, that's great. And, you know, they start singing Out Tonight, blah, 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 whatever. It literally turns into Rent for a couple minutes there, and in between there's scenes of Betty crying and Archie crying and Jughead getting beat up for his last trial, because his last trial is just, let's beat the crap out of you and see if you can take it. I hope he doesn't have internal bleeding, as that clip said. And then we see Cheryl getting taken back to the Five Seasons Hotel by Nick, and she can barely walk. And Josie and the Pussycats and Veronica notice this, and they're like, oh, hell no. This is not happening tonight, not on my watch. We are not doing this today. It's not happening. They decide to go after him, which, God bless. God bless. And the girl gang beats the crap out of him. They beat the crap out of him. Veronica, Melody, Valerie, they're all just walloping on him, and it was fantastic. And Josie went to Cheryl, and that was really sweet, and they made sure she didn't get, you know, she didn't get hurt any worse than she was by the experience of being roofied and traumatized like that. They made sure she did not get raped, which was it was a good thing. They saved her from a lot more trauma, you know, in the long run. So, and I'm glad they were all there for her. And even though Betty and Veronica were having their differences, Archie called her about Cheryl, and they were all there comforting her, which I thought was like a touching scene, that they were all there for Cheryl. And Cheryl wants to report him, which good. Good. So now Jug is a full-fledged serpent. Betty is, we have to talk about this last part with Betty. She's another call from the Black Hood. She wants to know who he is. And he sets this whole elaborate thing where he's like, go to this house, open this box, and it's the Hood. Woo! Spooky. Please. So she opens it, it's the Hood. He's like, put it on. Turn around, and I'm like, it's gonna be a mirror. In my head, I was like, it's gonna be a mirror. And it's like, I am you, you are me, we are the same. And it's like, no. I thought it was gonna be like the real plot twist is that it was all in her head. But that wouldn't make sense that Archie was there during those times listening to those phone calls, because there's no way she would be able to, like, set that shit up. So, it's going to be interesting to find out who it really is. I thought we might have gotten a little payoff on that tonight, but we didn't. So, sad face on that. But Black Hood's still as much of an asshole as ever. And then he's like, you know, I know you were talking to Ross, Archie, and give me a name. I'm glad she said Nick St. Clair, because that bitch can go die. I don't give a fuck. But will the Black Hood actually be able to kill him this time? Questions. Because he's 1 in 3. Those aren't such good odds. So we'll see if he actually kills Nick St. Clair. Wouldn't be a loss on humanity, really. But other than that, that's pretty much where the episode leaves us. Betty and Veronica are on a turbulent ground for their relationship. Betty's trying to stay away from everyone so no one hurts them. Cheryl's going to be dealing with this trauma. Now, Jughead's a full-fledged serpent, and it looks like next week we're literally turning into Grease and doing drag races. So, we shall see how this goes. And, now let's get into that end scene with Tony and Jughead. And why I want to talk about this is because Bughead is, in fact, pretty much the most popular ship right now on this show. So they're an important part of this. Now, I know some people are going to hate on both sides, and there are going to be people saying, Tony's a home wrecker, she's blah blah blah, she's this, she's that. Then there's going to be people saying, Jughead cheated on Betty, he's awful, he deserves to die, blah 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 blah, whatever. And then there are going to be people saying, this is all Betty's fault, she shouldn't have lied about this, she shouldn't have broken up with him, she should have just let her sister die. Because this is the internet, and this is what people really think. Now, I see these people's sides, and I kindly disagree with them. Now, why I kindly disagree? Jughead thinks they're broken up. Jughead thinks his chances with Betty are over. He's upset. He's just gotten the holy hell beat out of him. He's emotionally bruised, he's physically bruised. So wouldn't you be looking for just a little bit of comfort at this point? Wouldn't you be searching for some kind of balm to soothe your ache? And Tony's there. Tony's into him. That's plain facts. I'll say this. She waited till he didn't have a girlfriend anymore. So, y'all come and trying to say she's a homewrecker. Girl bided her time. So I ain't mad at her for going after all that after he doesn't have a girlfriend anymore. Like, yes, it hurts. I like Bughead myself. You can call me a Bughead shipper. I like the ship, but I know. I have faith that they can get back together. I have faith that they can, you know, eventually make it through this. Like, they're broken up at this point in time. Whether it's a break or they're broken up, whatever you want to call it, they are not currently in a relationship. Plain fact. So they can technically do whatever they want outside of that relationship now that they are not in it. Now, Betty's going through a lot of emotional trauma. Neither of them are exactly in the right place to be in a relationship with each other. So I think maybe it's better for them right now to not be in this relationship when they're dealing with so much other stuff. Now, when they're ready to talk it out, ready to be completely honest with each other, I think maybe then they'll be ready to get back together. But right now, that's not the case, and that's okay, I feel like. If people want this ship to be endgame, lots of people want this ship to be endgame. I'm in for it to be endgame. And now, no ship goes through without any hardships. You know? So if they break up for a little bit, I don't think it's genuinely a big deal in the scheme of things. Especially because, yes, maybe it's a little bit of a line and forbidden territory because Betty thinks they're just on a break and Jughead thinks there's completely no chance they'll ever get back together when Betty wants the chance for them to get back together. But at this point, they're just in two different places and they have to come back together in order for that to work. So, to those of you who are upset about the ship, have faith, think about it, let it rest, and don't hate on actors, first of all, because a ship you don't like is, you know, getting together at the moment, or two characters that you don't like kissed. Second of all, just take a chill pill. It's a TV show. I know we all get invested in TV shows, you know? I know, I get invested in TV shows, but we have to also kind of take a step back, you know? We have to take a step back. So, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Tell me about your Black Hood theories, and, you know, just tell me about your thoughts on this episode. I know some people are also concerned about this season, and how fast it's going plot-wise and everything like that, and I think they're working at the kinks right now, generally. Sophomore seasons, a lot of times, is working at the kinks, because generally they're getting longer seasons than their first season, so they have to work out having more episodes. They have to work out stretching storylines. You know, it's a time of adjustment, and I think they're doing pretty well. I'm still having fun with the show. So I think that's all I have to say on this week's episode. Besides, I'm going to do my real quick little, the Riverdale gang as friends characters thing. Still agree that Ross is Archie. And, you know what? Veronica is Rachel. That seems pretty fair. I'm going to go with Jughead being Chandler just for the sardonic humor. I think that's pretty fitting. Betty is Monica. That also seems pretty fitting. Joey, I'm going to go with Reggie for Joey. And Phoebe, Phoebe Cheryl for me. Yep. And that's what I have to say about the main cast of that right now. So that's my little Riverdale as friends. And thank you guys for watching this review. I hope you guys had fun with me, even though I'm kind of sick and a little all over the place. You know, we had some tea, we keyed, we talked about it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully not with a sore throat. Hopefully not with a stuffy nose and cough medicine. And I'll see you then, and peace.